All right, YouTube, we are day 21. All right, I don't know if you've seen it. You haven't been in the video yet, have you? No. Oh, this is one of my good friends, Officer Kevin Perone. He works in the town next to me. And Kevin joins for class today. Kevin's a skilled martial artist. He's a brawler. He's a big guy, as you can wind up telling. So a lot of fights in any kind of application we train are always this. Okay? What happens when this shit doesn't happen? 90% of the fights that I've seen come from pushing, come from the posturing and the chest bumping, and guys are afraid to hit because they know they go to jail. You know they're going to lose their house. And I don't think guys hit too much anymore. They do a lot of pushing, taking down stuff. So how does your Wing Chun apply for, you know, a mass monster in your structure? And then how do you develop that structure if you don't have a partner? So we're going to take a step. We're going to go from a drill that we're doing, and then I'm going to show you how you can develop it without a partner. So we'll get away from the door because Kevin will throw me out the door. So Kevin is not skilled in Chi Sao. He's a fighter in other styles. You do, what other styles do you do? I'm sorry.
I've got history in Taekwondo, Kyokushinkai, Aikido, a little bit of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I use Jeet Kune Do theory. Sorry, Nick Faruqi. And sorry, Dominick.
Apologizing.
But yeah, I've studied a little bit of a bunch of different stuff.
Right, so Kevin's not, he's no slouch, he's a skilled guy, but he doesn't Chi Sao. So how do you make your Chi Sao work when you have a guy who has no idea what this shit is, right? So what we were doing earlier is we just touched hands, okay? And the game we were playing was trying to get to somebody's chest. So if I start doing my games and techniques to a big mass guy, you know, Kevin can play his game. Please play your game, all right? What happens when the guy just barrels in and punches and moves, and where's your Wing Chun come into play, right? So you gotta focus on your structure. So the only way I win against somebody like Kevin is to keep my structure, and that's gotta come out of, like I've said in other videos, my elbow and my wrist, okay? So find somebody and pressure test things. March, move me around. He's an aggressive guy, strong as a fucking bear. But this is how fights, these are your fights that are gonna occur, okay? You're not gonna get guys squaring off. You're gonna get some guy coming up and you grabbing you, boom. How does your Wing Chun work when, and guys grab wrists, you guys open their wrists, boom, here. You think as a Wing Chun guy, with a guy this big, and look, we're burning oxygen, that you're gonna go, oh, well, I'm simply gonna quad Pak strike. Okay, let's see if that shit works. Fucking doesn't work, right? So that means elbow to the face. You gotta rely on this information in a nanosecond affecting the rest of your body. Knowing when to move back, when to move in, when to step sideways, while always going forward at the same time. So Kevin does what he wants to do. I gotta maintain my structure. I'm still going forward. What do you feel as you're moving me back?
I'm feeling pressure forward. I'm feeling, I don't have a clear shot.
Okay.
And I'm feeling you controlling my body right now, even though you're moving backwards.
My hands are not dedicated or committed to anything. This is the difference between why I think Chi Sao is better for grappling than this, because my hands are not committed. My hands are committed, and Kevin wants to move me. He could move me all over. But if I take center, my hands aren't committed. In order for him to hit me, he's got to move a hand, right?
Yep.
So, boom. Now he's going to move. So how do you learn how to do all this structure, keep your pressure against a guy who's bigger and aggressive? Use a wall. You don't have a dummy, you don't have a training partner, you know, a dummy. Use a wall. A wall is an immovable object. So what I showed the guys in the beginning is a lot of guys are still having trouble with why do we do this? Why do these punches pull and push at the same time? Because you gotta visualize, you know, you're the Dutch boy. This is your fist is in the dike and water's coming out. And if you let go and the water comes out, you gotta push all that water back in. So you wanna mitigate damage. And you give the wall a little bit of energy. You push into the wall, hold it, and when you leave, you switch as fast as possible. Smooth and fast as possible. As you push into the wall, it's gotta affect your structure. You gotta push in so you're not leaning back, and so you're not pushing yourself back, but just enough to hold that water in, switch, and hold it. Switch, hold it, switch, hold. You're gonna feel it affect the rest of your body. Finger in the dike. So when you get a bear like this, you can't see it, I'm giving him pressure with my left hand. If I take the pressure off, give me pressure, hard pressure. I take it off, he comes in. Okay? Pressure, and I take off, I go right back in. If I keep constant pressure, no matter where I'm at, still constant pressure, still pressure, pressure, I gotta keep that water in him. I gotta keep that water in the dike. There's no muscle in Wing Chun? Yeah, there is. Your shoulders, your back, your legs. So that's how you keep constant pressure going forward when you don't have a training partner. Use a wall. Feed an immovable object pressure, let it come back to you and see how it affects you. Anything to add? Nope. All right, see you in the next video.